성공을 향해 가는 채널.
In a world where people need to be more practical, meaning not everybody's going to be a millionaire. It's just the truth. The data's against you.
강력한 동기부여를 해주는 게리 베이너척이 우리가 정신이 번쩍 드는 조언을 해줍니다. 우리는 다 돈을 벌어서 부자가 될 수 있다고 생각하죠. 과연 우리가 생각하는 게 옳은 것인지 이번 영상을 통해 알아봅시다.
Let's go back to who Gary V was.
Yes.
As a kid, in case people don't know.
6 lemonade stands, riding my big wheels around. It was DNA from the get. It's why I think entrepreneurship is really born. Nobody taught me to sell people's flowers.
And you don't think it's possible to grow the entrepreneur?
I do.
Okay.
I think it's possible to grow anything. Okay. I think that I could be a better singer in 3 years. I think that I could be a better basketball player. Do I think I can become Beyonce and LeBron even if I started at 6 years old? No, I do not.
Yeah, that's right.
And so,
but you have a better chance of being a master entrepreneur than a master basketball player.
I don't know. Is how I answered that. I do think that salesmanship and organizational understanding and reverse engineering and pattern recognition is absolutely a talent. And I think entrepreneurship is something we think everybody has, and I do think everybody can. And by the way, I think it's phenomenal to go from working at a job and not being on your own rules to making a business that makes $89,000 a year, but you get to do it your way.
Yeah.
In a world where people need to be more practical, meaning not everybody's going to be a millionaire. It's just the truth. The data's against you. But it is phenomenal to live a life where you get to make the rules and you make enough money to live your life.
Okay, so hang on a second.
Please.
Okay, so let's go back to who the DNA thing. Okay, so you're a kid, poor family,
Baseball cards, get dragged to my dad's.
Why did you want the baseball cards?
Because my DNA said sell shit, and like it was more fun for me to make money and sell shit.
Okay, if it wasn't your DNA telling you that, what was it?
Watching my parents' behavior, right? My dad was working every hour of his life. We had nothing. All of a sudden, we don't live in a studio apartment. All of a sudden, we live in New Jersey and there's a backyard. That seems like a good thing. I like losing.
What? Tell me.
Because when you lose, it makes you understand what a win feels like. When you lose
totally,
and you break through and you win, it feels the best.
Yeah, right.
It feels the best.
Right. Yeah, let me go back to this thing you said about the 89,000. The entrepreneur
Yes.
that works for themselves and makes 89 grand. Because
Yes.
I got to tell you, I'm like, you don't want to do that deal for 90 grand.
You don't because you have enough talent to do more. But the guy or gal that makes $47,000 a year working at Walmart and has to work on Christmas Day because he or she is not in control thinks making $89,000 a year and doing it on their terms is fucking awesome. And so that's that. I think they deep down know they can't make $1 billion or 100 million, and so they shut down completely. I think if you go about it a different way and say, look, this is about making 150,000 on your terms versus 49,000 on not your terms, that's like, wait a minute, that I can do. People are very, very realistic in their deepest secrets when they're closed-eyed and thinking to themselves. And no matter how much we tell them, go get it, go do it, if they know, because they're 38 and have lived 38 years, that they're not gonna build $1 million company, then they're not going to go and do it. You can't worry about being.
I'm glad you came around, man.
You know, you can't be all time if you didn't have results. You can't just say you're one of the greats. I can't say I'm one of the greatest badminton players of all time if I didn't do it. First, you have to do it. But the way he or she does that is by putting themselves in the best position to succeed.
성공한 부자가 되어 자신이 원하는 삶을 살고 싶나요? 그러면 생각만 하지 말고 노력하세요. 그저 생각만 하고 있다면 그건 망상일 뿐입니다. 만약 당신이 노력을 하고 재능이 있다면 세상이 알아볼 것이고 성공한 부자가 될 수 있을 겁니다.